So hi, welcome to Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
tiLLie.
and we're gonna ask her some questions today about her upcoming or her newest
Her
single,
newest.
"Flip a Switch." So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Yeah, I felt really good about it. My fans seem really excited. I feel like I'm gaining a lot of new fans from it, and yeah, I feel good. I've been waiting to release that song for a while, so I'm happy that she's finally born.
Oh yeah, well
It's
it
good. How
fucks.
long?
So
How long have you been holding on to it?
Probably about 2 years.
Wow. For
Yeah.
what? Like, was it finished for 2 years or?
I was actually working on my debut, what was going to be my debut record at the end of like 2019, and the guy I was producing it with, um, like literally took a bunch of drugs and lost his mind,
Oh.
uh, and like screamed at me and like all this crazy shit went down. So I had to kind of start my album from scratch. So that kind of added a process to it. So I didn't start re-recording it until like the beginning of um last year, 2020.
Oh wow.
Um yeah, so I did that and then we filmed the music video about a year ago as well. So
is that what your song "Lose My Mind" is about, or something completely different?
I don't think he's mentioned in that song.
Okay.
That's other shit.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
A lot of other shit in my life. I think that was I was all before that time. So,
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's fair. So is there any meaning behind the single name "Flip a Switch" and the cover art?
um, flip a switch. Yeah, I guess it was just the title that we came up with and kind of like the concept about. Um, I like to talk about a lot in my songs like things that I think people, especially as a woman, like put on you or label you as kind of like a negative thing. And I like to almost like rebrand those things and make them my superpower. And so flip a switch was kind of like that too, like I can definitely go from like 0 to 100 really quick.
Hmm.
And but only like if it's valid, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot of like people calling women like crazy and all this shit like when it's actually legitimate. Like, you know, there's this one quote that's in one of my other videos that's like, and she was made to appear crazy by the man that drove her there. And, it's like, I think that's kind of a reoccurring theme. So flip a switch was just kind of like, a metaphor for like how quickly I can go from being a really nice person to a bitch if you piss me off.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
can you tell us a little about your writing process for this single?
Um, Yeah, I can't remember exactly how it started. I was working with one of my like frequent collaborators, this amazing writer, Skylar Stone Street. She's written some pretty big hit songs actually, and she's been like a long time collaborator and friend of mine. And we were writing, and also with this guy Nick Bailey. And I don't remember like really where the flip a switch came from. I do remember singing, "Do you want to see this crazy bitch?" And everyone kind of being like, "That's bizarre. We love it." And I was like,
Perfect. Yeah.
"Yeah." Everyone's like, Can we do that?" Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But that's why a lot of writers, I think, in LA really like writing with me is because they're always like, "Oh, there's no rules with you,
Mhm.
like you'll say anything you want to say, you'll fucking sing some crazy shit." Cause I don't care. Like I'm not in this for like, obviously I love to be on the radio and I love to, be headlining arenas, but I'm not going to like compromise like my art and my message for that. So,
Mhm.
um, it's been a process finding those people that are like, "We love this."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of like that. And then, again, like one of the lyrics that's my favorite is like, "I got my crazy from my daddy." And Skylar and I like really both related to that, because again, I think there's this like paradigm in culture that like women are the crazy ones, and um, my dad is like ultimate flip a switch guy, like ultimate. Like he will just go, 180 in a second. So yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
But I think I was talking to Gloria about this earlier. Like, I think you definitely found your niche, because like I heard this and I was like, this is weird and out there, but this is going to be massive because of how like weird and out there it is, and people gravitate towards that shit. So I think you found a niche with that.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, it's kind of crazy because I've had this song for so long. It was really like the jumping off point of like my whole new sound. And I wouldn't say it's like a crazy departure from what I've done, but it feels like a fully like realized version of me, and really encapsulates that like quirkiness and like edginess that I had, but just kind of more of like really letting my personality come through. And so I'm excited for it to be like the beginning of a new era, really.
Hell yeah.
So true. So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this track and the meaning behind it.
Ooh. Well, aside from the daddy one that I just talked about, I think I really love the pre-chorus about, I take 10 deep breaths, namaste, thought a lot about what would Jesus say. And I tried all I got, but the self-help didn't take. And that's something else that I'm just like really into exploring, like in my own brain and like with other songs is kind of the process and the thinking behind like self-help. And don't get me wrong, I'm in therapy, I read self-help books all the freaking time, I meditate, I work out, I'm like but I do think sometimes there's like, it's like a bottomless pit with self-help sometimes. And sometimes like you're just fucking angry, and that's valid. Like, you don't always need to push past your anger or your frustration and be like a bigger person, because anger is a valid emotion. And, sometimes you just have to let that breathe and let that be what it is. So,
for sure. So where was your headspace at while you were creating the single?
Yeah, I mean, Skylar and I, when we get together, we're just on another level. Like, we like talk in our own language, and we just say crazy, crazy shit. We're like, little Dante. Like, we like made up this invisible baby once named Lil Dante. And I like drew a picture of him, and like everyone's like, what the fuck are they talking about? And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like part of the process. We just go to another place. And so her and I just kind of like go off. Like, one time when we were recording this, I actually broke my ankle because we were just going off so hard that I literally just like fell over and broke my ankle.
What?
Yeah. So
okay. Whatever gets the song done, I guess.
Yeah. So there's a lot of wild shit. I mean, I wrote a song recently and I crashed my car on the way home.
Oh my God.
So, sometimes you just get wild.
Fair enough.
Maybe a little too wild. Like, maybe a little too wild.
Yeah. Can't control myself.
That's fair. So how do you recommend your listeners to listen to this track for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends? Should they play it at a party? Should they play it in the dark with headphones on? What do you personally recommend?
Ooh. Okay. I think what they should do is have it queued up for the holiday season. Whenever that annoying family member says some stupid ass shit, like, what are you doing with your life? Or, when are you gonna have kids? Just have that shit queued up on a Bluetooth speaker. Do you want to see this crazy bitch?
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Okay. That's
perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe the single for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Fuck. Oh my God, I'm stressed. Okay. Rage.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Transcending rage, truth.
Okay.
Ooh,
That
that's
was very
very
good.
good. That was perfect. Good job. Good job. Very good job on that.
Sweating.
So is there a certain feeling or emotion you want your listeners to have while going through this track?
I think like a pretty like recurring theme in my music is like a sense of catharsis. You know, and I think, like I said earlier, anger, like feelings are so valid. And I think like I have complex PTSD and a lot of, you know, issues. And a lot of my life, like I had people telling me like not to be angry, not to be sad, you know, just get past it. And why are you living in the past? And while there's some truth to that, you know, I think it's so important to acknowledge the dark shit sometimes, because if you don't, like, it doesn't just go away. It just gets bigger and bigger in the back of your brain and it consumes you in like subconscious ways. So, you know, when people listen to my music, I want them to feel like they have this little outlet where they can be like the crazy bitch, where they can be like, let that some of that frustration out and like feel it through it and, you know, transcend it.
I love that.
It's very good.
What band or artist influence do you think you can hear on this track, if any?
Ooh, probably like Beastie Boys, like early Eminem,
Mm-hmm.
and like Rage Against the Machine.
Okay. Good picks.
Yeah.
Very good picks. That's good. It's a good lineup.
Yeah. Because this was like, you know, 2 years ago. It's funny because now people hear that song and they're like, oh, this reminds me a little bit of Ashnika or something. But like when we wrote this song, like she wasn't even, I didn't even know who she was, you know, it was
Yeah.
like before she popped off and stuff. So it's been really interesting to see how this like new scene has kind of emerged that I think my new music actually fits in really well. Whereas when I was writing and recording it, that didn't exist. So
Mm-hmm. It's
All right.
perfect.
Oh yeah.
Right. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this single?
ooh,
Was it breaking your ankle?
No.
definitely not. I'm not a masochist, believe it or not. Honestly, I think it would have to be making the music video. We filmed that in the pandemic, and you know, none of us really on the team had like made anything the entire year. And it was just like so healing, I think, for everybody, and kind of reminded all of us that like why the fuck we're even here, you know, because I think everyone kind of had that thought towards the end of the pandemic, just like, the fuck are we doing with our lives? So yeah, probably making the video, because it just, I got to bring all the lyrics, you know, to life and work with the most incredible makeup artists that I've ever worked with. Yeah, I mean, it was a really sick experience.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Hot Cheetos.
Okay.
Okay. Are we doing like super hot Cheetos, like the extreme ones, or just like the regular ones?
I love the extreme ones. I also love the ones with the lime on them.
Oh,
Fuck, time. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are good. Have you tried the jalapeno ones?
No.
No.
Are those the jalapeno cheddar ones?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I have then.
Mhm.
I didn't know if jalapeno flaming hot. I was like, oh shit.
They might exist because I think
Oh
I
my-
might have had them, but I just remember it was jalapeno and it was like kind of hot, but it wasn't like as hot as like their super hot cheddar, flaming hot,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, but it was good. It was good. It was flavorful. Flavorful.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
So where do you see your project in the next 5 years?
Oh my god. Uh, in 5 years?
Mhm.
Like at the end of the 5 years, or like along the way?
Over the
Just
course
kind
of
of
the
like
5
over the
years.
course. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would love to become a household name, and I would love to tour and play big ass shows. Not set up my own gear.
That'd
Yeah.
be good. Mhm.
That's
Just wanna
very
fuck with
valid.
on stage.
Mhm.
What's up? And yeah, I just wanna, I don't know, I wanna just become like known like worldwide and have a lot of fans. And I mean, that's my favorite part about doing this, is just like meeting the fans and connecting with fans. Um, Eventually I would love to start my own label and um also produce for other artists, other like up and coming female artists.
Mhm.
Because that's a really big part of what I do, and like my sound is all the like sounds I hear in my head. And I produce pretty much most of my music, with sometimes I'll work with like partners and stuff, but um I think that's why, songs like Flip a Switch and everything, like it's so like out there and weird, is just because that's what it sounds like in my brain. Just like
Mhm.
beep 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 woo, like just all the time. So
Yeah.
I would love to do that, to work with other female artists and like produce for them. And yeah, hopefully like I would love to win a Grammy.
That'd be cool. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Like over the course of the next 5 years, and as you get bigger, because it's going to happen,
Mhm.
do you plan on like continuing to play like a major role in the production, or is the plan to kind of hand it off to a producer at some point?
Ooh, I don't think I could ever fully hand it off.
Mhm.
Because it's something that I like truly enjoy. And like I said, is like I think a really big part of my creative process and like my sound. And that's what makes it unique, is like my perspective on it. So no, I don't think I would ever fully hand it off, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I am working with someone now that is like on my new songs that haven't come out yet. He's fucking awesome, and he just gets it. So it's awesome because I don't have to like do as much. Like I can just kind of come in and do like, I really like to make like theatrical moments in my songs, like usually like the second verse or the second pre-chorus. So I like pull things out and like to have little like ramp ups and like synth
Mhm.
builds and things like that. And other people just like don't I don't know, think about that. Usually, that's like something that I really like to do. So I'll probably always be involved to some capacity. And to be honest, like if I had a sick engineer and I had the budget for that, like I might just fully produce my own stuff sometimes.
Okay, fair
Well,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for the last couple questions, we're actually shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So
Oh,
if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
God, you guys are coming in hot with these hard questions, man. I love eating. I love food so much. To pick, I mean, if you're on death row, can you have like anything and everything? You can
Yeah.
have
I
like
think so,
multiple.
yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. I'm doing honestly probably like asada fries from the taco truck in my neighborhood.
Mm.
And I'm probably doing um I love like a nice steak. Probably do that. Um I got fries and steak. That's pretty much it. Probably that, and some red wine, some
Okay.
Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Sounds
Or a
perfect.
mezcal margarita. Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
are
Why
you
not
getting both? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
There
Go
you
out
go.
the bed.
Oh
Get
yeah.
fucking turned.
Perfect.
A little dose of DMT in there.
Why not? So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Probably like any Tim Burton movie. Or like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Ooh. I'm a Libra, so it's like,
Oh, hey, me too.
yes. I'm gonna go with green.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a
Gonna
very
make it
good
harder.
color.
Got a specific shade of green that you like?
Probably this. The color of this water bottle.
Okay, it's like a
Sort of-
darker green.
Yeah. Like a
Alright.
nice little like emeraldy, like
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Foresty kind of. Yeah.
it's like a forest green or like an olive green. I love
Yeah.
that. Like an army green. That's the vibe.
All
My
right.
pants.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh yeah.
Good choice.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Listen to Flip a Switch and watch the video and follow me on the socials at Who Is tiLLie because I will be having a lot of new music coming out next year.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, thank you for now. This has been tiLLie, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.